This is it, folks. Starfield reviews are now up. Hope you're having a geek proud awesome day. And I am kind of live reacting to this right now. I literally have not seen them. And I want to find out with you together, is Starfield about to become a new pariah for Xbox, as Redfall did, as other things did, just because they are now associated with Xbox? And how does this game also compare to Elder Scrolls Skyrim and Fallout 4 in most recent years, and even the rest of 2023, the craziest year in gaming? We're going to be talking about more than just Starfield reviews alone, but just how it stacks up in multiple narratives. I'm going to look at it right now. Ooh, what did Kind of Funny think? I knew it. I was betting 8 out of 10, because my prediction was this game would be like around 9 out of 10, if that. Here we go. Here's Jay Wood. It looks like an 88 out of 30 critic reviews. That is exactly what I was pretty much thinking. So I don't know if this is legit, but I see Okami Games rounding up some reviews. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid, 10 out of 10 from Infinite Start, 5 out of 5 VGC, 9.7 Xbox Era, Gaming Nexus. Games, oh, this is interesting. GameSpot and IGN, which admittedly are the two main spots. I personally watch reviews. Give me shit. I don't care. 7 from both of them. So that is very interesting. But overall, it's an 88 on Metacritic and an 86 on OpenCritic, which I think Metacritic has 30 reviews and OpenCritic has 61. Now, I personally like OpenCritic a bit more, but let's think about this for a second. So the game didn't get in the 90s, as I'm sure many hoped. And I put out a tweet this morning that was basically saying, you know, no matter what this thing scores, if this game is releasing in the 80s, we are in the craziest year of our lifetime for gaming. And as you kind of just see on screen here, this is the Hall of Fame of 2023 so far. And even what might be my personal game of the year with Pikmin 4, and I really loved Hi-Fi Rush, you know, those are two games that I really do love, and they're at the bottom of this list. And you see, Starfield did not crack it on OpenCritic because it's at 86. Metacritic as well. I have that as well. Where is that? Metacritic. Yeah, in order to break into like the top 10 or 12, you had to break 87, which is Pikmin 4, which, yeah, this actually might break through on Metacritic's top 10 or 12. So there's that. So Starfield is one of the better games of the year for sure in terms of the mainstream peeps. Better than Jedi Survivor, better than Armored Core 6, better than Final Fantasy. Wait, is it better than Final Fantasy? So on and so forth. You know, Hogwarts Legacy. So it's still one of the better games of the year in terms of the mainstream ones. This is weird because I don't know where people are seeing these 91s and 88s. When I go to Metacritic, it's not there. I think there's literally some people that are oh no, here we are. Yeah, so why don't I see it? So it reviewed 90 on PC, 88 for Xbox, which that to me is right about where I personally expected this game to fall. Being in and around 9 out of 10 area and just not perfect, but still great. But the problem is that there's going to be so many people, and I'm literally just recording this as this news drops, so I'm sure it's going to be happening throughout the day. There's going to be plenty of folks that use this as a pariah, where because it's not a 10 out of 10 game, because it's not over Baldur's Gate 3 or Tears of the Kingdom, it is a bad game. In that Hall of Fame on OpenCritic, it's probably not going to break into, you know, it might break into Metacritic's Hall of Fame. That's not really what they call it, just the most highest rated games of the year that are new. And is that a problem? Is that a problem or not if it does or doesn't do that? It's a mighty game. That's all I'm looking at. On OpenCritic, it is a mighty game. A mighty game is something that vast majority of critics, you even see it, 92% recommend this on OpenCritic. Is that a problem? Is that a problem for a game to be? No, it is only satisfying if it's a 10 out of 10. Who cares? It's a mighty game. So play it. People loved it. People really enjoyed it. It's 8 out of 10 or above. I'm very curious to see IGN and GameSpot's reviews because those are kind of the lowest and everybody else was like, great. So that definitely hit it hard getting those scores. So we'll see. But this landed right about where I expected it to be. And this goes with that narrative that I built up in a previous video, being Bethesda and Xbox together are just releasing good games. They are. Redfall was literally a bad apple. Bleeding Edge was a bad apple from literally 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. There are the bad apples amongst the 20 apples that are tasty, that are ripe, that are good, that have the over 8 out of 10s that defines something being really good. So let's stop talking about just Redfall. Every game is like Redfall. Oh, this isn't a first. Are people still going to bitch about this? Is anything going to be good enough? Is it a problem that this game isn't a 10 out of 10? Does Xbox make bad games? Find that answer out in the next video here and watch that and tell me what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to be proud, be awesome.